Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is RJ. So today we're looking at Spacebit, which is a brand new play to earn game being brought to you by the developers of crypto mining game. So keep watching. Okay, and welcome to another video. And remember, if this is your first time visiting my channel and you want to learn more about how to earn cryptocurrency for free, about cloud mining sites, crypto investments, and lots of other crypto related stuff, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to tag that notification bell so you're alerted to all my latest content as it comes online. Okay, so here we are at Spacebit. Now, like I said in the intro, this is a new play to earn game being brought to us from the same developers that are bringing us crypto mining games. So obviously the great thing about that is I'm in contact with Cyril about crypto mining game anyway, so I had a real good chat with him about Spacebit, and which we're going to get into. But just as a quick summary, Spacebit, basically you get to choose between three different species to conquer the galaxy. You can build your galactic empire with mines, factories, and various different things that allow you to create raw materials. And then you can also create spaceship fleets to explore the galaxy as well. Now, I just think this is going to be a great little program. Obviously, it's very much in the early development stage. But like I say, I had a really good conversation with Cyril about what is coming with this game, payment options, all that kind of stuff. So let's dive straight into that and see what Cyril had to tell us. So as soon as I saw Cyril's post on Discord about this new program, Spacebit, I jumped straight onto Skype to get in touch with him to get the information for you guys. And he basically came straight and said, "Hey Richard, that was pretty fast. I've just posted it. Reward system will start in beta." So basically, if you start this game now, you are in on the ground floor because it is in alpha right at this moment. And as he said here, the reward system will not start until beta, but it says game is quite stable, a couple of months, maybe less, until it's in beta. So like I say, right now it's in alpha. In a month or so, it's going to be in beta, and that is when we are going to start actually receiving the rewards. It said there will be a BTC reward on a rev share basis, more easy and less risky than what we have done in crypto mining game. There will be an ERC20 rewards with KSK, and then KSK will be useful for game boosts and bonuses, as well as purchasing NFT planets to expand your galactic empire. So that sounds really cool to me. You know, at the end of the day, basically I think we all start off on, when you sign up, you'll start off with your own planet, but you will be able to get NFTs to expand your sort of presence throughout the galaxy, as it was. It says this game project was something I planned to do a long time ago. We started the dev, so I'm guessing a new developer, a few months ago, as it helped one of our developers to improve their development skills. So they had a developer, and to improve their skills, they basically gave them this project. It is also an amazing sandbox for us. With this is something I found really interesting, as we can take the risk to build a simple dApp, Spacebit, and then we'll learn a lot from it, which will profit for a more complex dApp project. I guess you know which one we're talking about, and that is going to be essentially crypto mining game version 3, or as it is to be rebranded as Altera. So essentially they are using Spacebit to try out things, and then those things will be implemented into Altera or crypto mining game version 3, but Spacebit itself is a standalone game. They're just utilizing the platform to try some new stuff out that they want to transfer over as well. So Cyril also says, about the NFTs, I'll be able to send you a preview next week. So obviously I only spoke to him the other day, but next week I'm going to get some kind of preview on what the NFTs will look like. We'll surely make a pre-sale of Genesis collection through OpenSea in order to boost up the development of version 3, which is Altera, as I've just said. So that's going to be really interesting. Obviously, you know, as soon as I know the date, if you guys are interested in getting yourself some of these planetary NFTs, I will let you know. And then I said, been playing Spacebit and had a couple of questions. When the game moves into beta stage, will everyone's account continue or will it reset? So that was the first question. Then the second question was, how exactly will players earn BTC in the game? Which I think basically in the first part, Cyril did allude to, that it's going to be a rev share. His answers were, number one, no, we won't reset the existing accounts to 0. Players will keep their actual development. So that's really good news. I've heard of games in the past that have been alpha that people have worked at, built up their accounts, and then when it's moved over to beta, it's not necessarily completely reset, but at the same time, the players didn't keep all of their progress when it moved into beta. Cyril is basically saying that whatever we do in the game now will be carried over to the beta version. So that is really good news. So number 2 is BT cashback will be set up through the victory points system. So like, I guess similar to what we have in CMG, in a seasonality of 1 month, excuse me, earnings from it will directly depend on the ads revenue and will be distributed after the end of the season once per month directly to the player's wallet. So obviously it looks like we're just going to be having direct withdrawals. I quickly said, do you know that obviously he's already spoke about this, direct. So it's going to be direct BTC, and then it's going to be Polygon for KSK. So obviously a lot of you guys out there are big fans of the Polygon network, so it's really nice to see that that Cyril and the team are going to be utilizing that. So I said, so it won't be using Faucet Pay. The only reason I asked that is obviously CMG use Faucet Pay. I like Faucet Pay, but it does, as we all know, make it difficult for certain people around the world to accept payments. So it's good that direct payments, everyone can receive them, so there shouldn't be any problems. And then he said, so he said, I don't think so. The system will be significantly different than CMG, but I won't close the door. So I guess, you know, there is the possibility that the Faucet Pay could be added later. I mean, personally, you know, I think to have both options as a direct withdrawal or Faucet Pay, I think is a good idea. Because some people like Faucet Pay. Like, if I was given the option of either Faucet Pay or direct with withdrawals, I would take Faucet Pay. Basically because it allows me to build up multiple different coins, and then if I want to invest those coins into another program, then what the good thing I can do is I can say, if I've got 7 different coins in Faucet Pay, I can exchange all of those into the one coin that I want and then invest that into the program that I want to. So that's what I like about Faucet Pay. But like I say, direct withdrawals are great. Everyone can receive them. But I personally would like to see the option of Faucet Pay as well for those people that want to use it. Okay, so I said I have been very much enjoying playing Spacebit. The only thing I would say is that it slows down a lot once you get past a certain point. So there's a lot of waiting for things to be completed, such as building spaceships. But I do like a lot of aspects of the game, such as having the mines, factories, etc., which create the raw materials for you to complete your tasks rather than having to go and find them. And that's where obviously I compare it to CMG, because obviously with CMG, to collect a lot of our raw materials, we have to go out in the world, we complete missions and all that kind of stuff to get your crystals, all that kind of stuff. But the great thing with this is that you basically have factories, and then you can upgrade those factories, and the more you upgrade them, the faster those raw materials are built. Therefore, the faster you can complete your missions, you can build ships, all that kind of stuff. But you've not actually sort of spending time searching for these things. Although you can still search for those things, but we'll get into that once we drop into the game, which we'll look at once I've gone through all this. Okay, so, and also as well, I believe that the having the mines, factories and stuff like that could well be something that is going to be sort of migrated over to Altera once that is finally launched, or version 3 as a lot of you guys know it. Okay, so Cyril came back and said, indeed, we are improving the system for that and are introducing several features, though those next days to improve the dynamics of mid-game. 2 new researches are coming, Academy and Spying, Hangar, and then it says, will 2 the spaceships build time. So I don't know what they're going to do with the build time. I don't know if they're going to drop it down so your spaceships build a bit faster or what, but obviously there is going to be some sort of alteration with that. And then it says spy feature will be implemented. This will lead to more interest, which is exactly what we want. At the end of the day, when you're playing these games, I always think it's great that you can, that while you're waiting for something, one thing to happen or some things to complete, that you've got other things you can get on with doing, and you're not waiting around too much. You'll find that when you sign up in the early stages, you progress through these things quite rapidly. But like I said, obviously you can't expect every single stage to be dead quick. There has to be a certain amount of time. Each stage will get longer. But like I say, it would be great to see things that we can do while we're waiting. That's sort of what I was trying to get at. Okay, so I said, right, I'm in, as in I've logged in, let's play. And he's come back, Cyril's come back, said, amazing, it's an alpha, as I've stated. So we've planned many improvements, and I'll be really happy to hear your feedback. I did try and get a bit of sneaky information for you guys out of Cyril, but he was staying closed lips when I said, any tips on which faction you should choose? And he said, no, not really, because like I said at the beginning, you have to choose from 3 different species, or 3 different alien species, which is obviously very, again, similar to what Altera is going to be, because you can choose from being a hacker, you can choose from being a corporatist, an eco-activist, a mercenary, and I know I'm missing one, I can't think of what it is. But so in this, they're sort of trying that out. So you're going to be, each species in Spacebit has different characteristics, it has different strengths, it has different weaknesses, and obviously that is something that they want to look at and see how that plays out. So then obviously they got a good idea of how it's going to work out in CMG version 3 or Altera. Okay, so now we've been through that, and you've got the basic information from Cyril about what what it's about, what's going to be happening, and sort of what's going to be coming in the future. Let's dive into the game, take a look, and I'll walk you through my progress and sort of, you know, the way I've approached it and what I've been doing and all the different aspects of the game. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so here we are in the, you can see I'm logged in. My species, I picked the Piratus. I don't know why. I actually think maybe the spy people or the hacker aliens might be a better way to go. But I decided I couldn't actually make a decision, so I had to sort of just go, well, that's the one I'll pick. Sort of eeny, meeny, miny, mo, as it was. Like I say, these are going to be the 3 species you get to choose from. These are your different mines. You got plastic refineries, you got glass factories, you got crystal mines, a warehouse, laboratory, hangar, and then we've got a headquarters, which is going to be coming in the near future. So if we drop into planet, so these are all the sort of different aspects that you're going to be looking at when you're playing the game. So that's going to be your buildings, i.e. your factories. You've got your laboratory, and basically by building up your laboratory or going into your laboratory, you will find different research techniques or different researches that you can do. Building up those different researches will then allow you to sort of progress through the game and allow you to build your spaceships in the hangar and stuff like that. Your headquarters is something, one of the first things I'm going to talk about going into this. And then defense, that is not actually available at the moment. Okay, so for me, this was one of the last things I found, but I actually think it's actually one of the most important things that you can get sorted. So if we drop into headquarters, so I haven't done anything with this yet. So this is where you can define your defense. So you can sort out your sort of defense lines, as it were, because just like in CMG, other players can attack your planet. So, you know, you want to sort out your planet defenses. I've not done that yet. I'm waiting to sort of build up my arsenal of spaceships first. But this is what I'm talking about, is what I think is quite important. Now, you can see the different raw materials you have up here. So you've got crystals, you've got glass, you've got plastic, and you've got metal. And just like CMG, crystals is the one thing that you need all the time, right? So if you come into favorite resources, the great thing about this is you can actually state the percentage of power used, or basically how fast your crystals are created, how fast your glass is created, how fast your plastic is created, and how fast your metal is created. Now, metal, that is the one thing that builds really quick. So I've only put that at 20%. Your plastic, you know, again, it builds fairly fast, but slower than metal. So I put that at 25. I mean, I could probably change that. I could probably put these two at 20, or maybe even metal at 15, plastic at 25, and then put this glass at 25. Because, like, as you can see here, you know, glass is probably the lowest one. But like I say, crystals are the ones that you use the most. You use crystals in everything. So that is why I have opted for my crystal value to be 35%, to try and keep that building as fast as possible, or a bit faster than everything else. So when it comes to actually needing, like, to boost, like, to upgrade your buildings, to build your spaceships, stuff like that, you've got plenty of crystals in the bag waiting for you to use. Okay, so like I say, whether you use my settings or not, I think this is one of the first things you need to come in and get sorted. Okay, so if we just drop into buildings now. So these are your mines. As I said, you've got your metal mines, your plastic refineries, your glass factories, your crystal mines, and then you've got your warehouse, your laboratory, hangar, and your headquarters. So if I just click finish that, and then we're going to just upgrade our glass factory. As you can see, obviously I'm at quite, well, I'm not at a really high level, but that is now going to take 1 hour and 4 minutes to upgrade to level 13. Get off. So while we're waiting for that, this is probably one of the next places that you want to visit. So I'm now on the new lot of quests. I'm not sure I'm not sure if you'll have this same first, basically, because you got these, which I've already done, and I did these within the first few levels. These are all the very early quests. Obviously, these ones really get you going. Because they help build up your raw materials, which then obviously, as we've just established, allow you to upgrade buildings, to do your research and stuff like that in the laboratory, build, and then obviously, one of the quests is to build a couple of light fighters, and then it's 3 light fighters and stuff like that. And it basically just sort of gets you introduced to the different aspects of the game. When I came in, I had a similar board like this up here as well, but I completed all of those. So now we're on, these are daily rolling quests now. So like I say, once you complete the first 2 lot of these, when you come in, you'll then start getting these daily rolling quests, which reward you with KSK. I've got 600 KSK right now. And as Cyril talked about, is that your KSK is going to be useful for game boosts, for buying your planetary NFTs, and for something else. And unfortunately, I can't remember what that other thing was. But I'm sure you guys probably do remember, or at least you can look back in the video and see what it was. But so just make sure you are pushing to build this KSK by doing all your quests, because that is going to enable you to get your account moved up. Well, basically pushing it forward, like getting those NFTs and stuff like that, which would be absolutely brilliant. Okay, so once you've looked at your quests and you've sort of understand what you've got to do and you start working through them, the laboratory, as you can see here, these are the different aspects that you can upgrade. Just like the buildings, you use your raw materials. As you can see here, I'm trying to get up to strategy level 5. And these ones I'm building. I mean, basically, I've not actually got the resources yet to even get to level 1 on the academy. But I have got to level 2 on Spine, which was only actually introduced yesterday or the day before. It might have been the day before. And then other ones I've got up quite high. Now, the reason why that you want to be really pushing on these as well is because when you drop into the hangar, okay, so we click on that. I think that's actually just completed one of my quests. So yes, it has. We'll go and claim that in a sec. So basically, when you come into your hangar, right, you can see here, all these ones are eligible to be built. If we click on this one, it gives you, obviously, all the raw materials that you require to build this ship, but it also tells you the different sort of levels that each of your, well, these are obviously your laboratory research items. So you got nanotech, hyperdrive, you got your storage science level, which is also in your laboratory, engineering, that's in your research, and then you've got strategy, which is also in your laboratory, shield, and then your hangar is in your buildings. So that's telling you that you need to be at hangar level 8 to create this ship. Basically, what I did was I was in the hangar. In fact, we can just scroll down. What I did was I clicked on mothership here, and then I just looked to say, right, what is it I need to get all these to so I'm eligible for that final ship. Because at the end of the day, if you're eligible for the mothership, then you're going to be eligible for everything else. So I would just say, make this your target, and then, you're going to be golden. Obviously, as you progress through towards this, those other ships will become available to you to build. Okay, so let's just quickly claim our quest. So we claim here. So the quest was complete and build light fighters. So I got 10 KSK for that. You see, 610. And then we had build 22 starships. So if we dive in here, I'm not sure. I've got 101,000. Let's see. Hang on. So I need, what is it? 22. I don't know how many can we build of this. Have we got the resources? 22. Build. No. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to build. Sorry, my mouse has gone really weird. 12 of them, I'm hoping. Build. Yeah, okay, so we've got 12 of these. And then I'm going to build 10. Right, yeah, I forgot about that. So once you obviously implement a build, whether it be in buildings, whether it be the hangar, whether it be in your laboratory, basically you can only build one thing at a time. So we're going to have to wait 3 hours for that. But then obviously we can build that when we come back. Okay, so like I said, with this game, while you're doing these things, because we've got to wait an hour for this, we're waiting for 3 hours. Actually, what are we waiting for that? Okay, yeah, 3 hours for this, 3 hours 45 minutes, and nearly 4 hours for that. And then we're waiting 3 hours for this. So what do we do, and what can we do during this waiting time? Let me just see if we've got any other quests that we can complete. I've done most of these. So if we dive out into the galaxy, so the galaxy essentially is like the world in CMG. Now, if you have a small monitor like me, I don't know I don't know if that's just my mind or I just instantly thought that just does not sound right. Anyway, people will go, yeah, Richard's got a small monitor. Richard's got a small monitor, guys. Do you hear that? He's got a small monitor. Anyway, sorry, childish, my brain. Anyway, this is the reason why this looks like an empty space is because basically I've cleared it of all everything that was in here. But if we scroll across a couple of things, you've got a star cluster, you have a protoplanet, you have a comet, you've got white dwarfs, dwarf star, white dwarf. I'm missing one. What am I missing? I know I'm missing one. What am I missing? So that's the asteroids. Oh, it might have been the asteroids that we were just looking for. We had the star cluster, protoplanet. Yeah, so we got the asteroid and comet, and then we got the white dwarf. Okay, so get a pen and paper, and I'm going to tell you everything. I'm going to tell you what all these planets and various things are going to give you, because some of them are going to make your life a lot easier, and because it means that if you're running out of certain resources, you can come into the galaxy, send off some spaceships, and you will basically be able to replenish those resources. Okay, so the first thing is the proto planet, which is this. That is going to give you crystals. Okay, so that is all you're going to receive from that planet. So if you need crystals, just search out these proto planets. That's going to get you crystals. Okay, so the common asteroids, which is this, that is going to give you metal. So you're going to get metal resource from the asteroid. The comet, which is this one, you're going to get glass. So like I say, if you need glass, hunt out a load of comets, send your ships off to those, and that's what you're going to pick up. Your star clusters, which are these, that's you're going to get plastic from those. Okay, that's what you're going to get, plastic. Now, your dwarf stars give you everything. So that is a great thing with these, is if you send your spaceships to this, you are going to collect a certain amount of every resource that you've got up here, except KSK, obviously. So just your raw resources, you will get a bit of everything from those dwarf stars. So, you know, they're probably in the early playing of game, they're going to be the best ones to send to, because you're going to top up everything. You're going to top up everything. And then what we're going to do is, now I've obviously given you a list of what all these are. There is another quest that we can do, which I'm going to show you how to do it as fast as possible and by using as little resources as possible also. So if we look here, where are we? Here, 8 missions. So complete 8 missions, right? Now this is exactly the same as in CMG when you have to do your jobs. So remember back long time ago when I was talking about to complete those job quests, you can basically do the minimum amount. So to complete a job quest, the minimum amount that you could do was 1 minute, right? So with this, the minimum you can do is send 1 light fighter, and that's going to hardly use anything. So we're going to grab these white dwarfs. In fact, actually, no, I'm not, because I want to send my full fleet to those to collect the most as possible. But what we're going to do, so we'll send. So you want to be as close to home as possible as well. So you're not what we got? So it's 2, 4, 6, 8. I think 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah. So in fact, what we do, we'll put that one in there as well, because I like the crystals. I like the crystals. So basically, what you do is you go up to send fleet, and then you got your light fighters, right? I don't know how many we've got. 25. Yeah, we've got 25. And so if you press this button here, that's going to send all of them. But we don't want to send all of them. So we click that. And then we just click 1. And then you've got a send fleet here. And then you've got a button that says send fleet there. They both do exactly the same thing. So we just click send fleet. Okay. So that is going off to there, and then we'll click this one, exactly the same thing, and then we just click send fleet, and you can see the cost is always in crystals. And this is why I'm saying when you go into the hangar, make sure, well, in my opinion, you should make sure that you prioritize crystals on that percentage chart. Okay. Ooh, I nearly pressed the all button then. Okay, so we'll send another one to that one. And like I say, the great thing is oh, I did press it. Nearly caught myself out. The great thing with this is, like I say, you're going to complete that quest, but you're going to complete it in the fastest possible time. but you're also going to complete it using the least amount of resources. So I got 1, 2, so that's 5. I think it's sometimes, well, it is. My mouse is seriously on the way out. I'm having to click on things 3 or 4 times before it works. I don't know if it just needs cleaning or it is just a bit buggered. But you know, I don't know if it's sending sort of weird signals or something like that. But I also have a tend to find that you know, suddenly something starts running, and I'm like, I really don't remember clicking on that. Okay, so I think that's the 8 done. Maybe let's just do one more to be safe. In fact, I'm going to do another crystal planet. Okay, so the cool thing with this is that I don't know if you noticed, but in the laboratory, one of the sort of things that you can boost is your hyperdrive. So obviously, the more you level that up, the faster you're going to be getting to your destinations. I know when I first started, the spaceships certainly were going a lot slower. I'm now up to hyperdrive level 6 or 5 or something like that, and the time that it takes has cut quite considerably. So, you know, okay, so that's another one. Obviously, you'll see here, just like in CMG, you will get a message, obviously, to tell you that your missions have completed. You know, because that's obviously once you've set your ships going, if you've got other things you want to do, you can then go into your buildings, your laboratory or whatever, and then but you'll see these messages pop up, and then you can click on those and then go and sort of claim what you've got from the planets. So obviously this is me, this is my planet, obviously represented by my avatar. And what was quite funny is I said to, because I didn't even think about it. I just was talking to Cyril, and I said to Cyril, I said, you know, why can I move to another destination? I said I've tried moving to another destination. I can't figure out how to do it. And he said, well, you can't because you're a planet. And I thought, yeah, that makes real sense. But like I say, with the NFTs, is you can actually colonize other planets, but you can't move your planet, which makes sense because you're a planet. You're not the Death Star. You are a planet, so you can't move. So that, like I say, that did make complete sense. I don't know why I just didn't even really think about it. I guess I sort of compared it to moving around the world in CMG and just made the assumption that you could move. But yeah, you can't, you know. Right, so we've nearly done all these. We on this final one, we should, well, when we go to the messages, we should then claim, oh, I mean, yeah, this is going to be our last one. So this is number 8 because we've got 7 messages. We needed to complete 8 missions. So this will be our last one. Nearly there. 2 seconds, 1 second, and there you go. Okay, so what's cool about this as well is that as you sort of visit all these places, when you come back, they've been removed. So essentially, you know, but they do, other ones do appear. It's like, you know, if you click this, that's going to take you back to your home page or your home where you are, and you can see the whole area around me is empty. And like I said, that is basically because I visited all of the various planets, asteroids, comets, and that were in my vicinity, and then I've cleared them from the board. So if we dive into our messages, there you go. It instantly comes up and says we've now completed that quest. So if we click here, you'll see that we got 24 crystals from that place. We got 18 plastic from that one, 24 plastic from that one, 20 metal. Crystals, again, look, it says protoplanet. Protoplanet, more crystals. Like I say, they are just crystals. Star cluster, plastic, as I mentioned. Asteroids, metal, as I mentioned. I'm just checking through these because I'm making sure that, you know, they don't alter. And then comet, which is glass, which makes sense. Obviously, it's very, very hot. You got 7,895 glass, which is nice. Yeah, so, and then obviously you can just select all and then remove them. I haven't done any spine yet. I tried doing a battle, but I didn't do a very good job. So if we dive into our quests, where are we? Here we go. 8 missions claim. We're going to get 10 KSK for that. And then obviously once we complete our 6 missions, which we've nearly done, we will get 100 KSK for that. Obviously we'll do the ships at another time. The spying. Now I found this was a bit difficult purely because obviously lack of numbers on this game. If I found that if we go this way, I think this person here is the nearest person to me, which as you can still see, you're clicking a lot of people. So this is the nearest person to me, or nearest planet to me, and it says you can't attack this planet. The difference level difference is too high. So it now obviously, like I say, because of the small amount of players that are on this game at the moment, it is quite difficult to find people to spy or attack. But if you search around, there's another person there. Can we click on them? No, we can't click on them. If you search around, you will come across them. I did find someone that I could attack. Oh, there's another one. I did find someone that I could attack, but and spy on it. I should have probably spied on them, but I tried attacking them. But I actually didn't really send them many ships, and I was very unsuccessful. So if you're going to attack people, I would say get your fleet built up to a really good level before you start sending ships out and stuff like that. If you're just going to spy on people, it's probably not that big a deal, on the ships you send. But clearly, obviously, for attacking people, you need to be at a good level to be able to do that. Yeah, see, I've only come across, what was it, there, 3 people, 3 planets, and I'm unable to attack any of them because the level difference is too high. Now, if we go into profile, this is where you can add your BT. That's going to be your the first box is going to be your BTC address, and then the other one is going to be your Ethereum address. And then obviously you just click update. You can alter your avatars. You can just click on them and you can alter them as you want. You can't add any custom avatars at the moment, but you can alter if you like a different color. I mean, obviously they all look the same. I went for this dude. I don't know why. I think it was the scary red eyes, but So obviously make sure, I mean, you're not going to be getting any sort of payout until this goes into beta, which might not be for a couple of months, but just make sure that obviously you have added those addresses. So when they do start paying out, you're going to get your fair share and your cut of those coins. And then obviously, finally, the leaderboard. This is going to be your leaderboard. And you can see here, I'm in 91st place with 2,893 points. But I mean, you know, top 100, not bad. Not great when you look at some of these people that are literally in tens of thousands. But top 100, if I can stay there with the, you know, the time I have and stuff like that, I'd actually be quite happy. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. I hope you found it enjoyable and informative. And if you can smash that like button, it really supports my channel, which then helps me bring more content to you. So take care, have a great rest of your week, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.